Yeah, just PSA, I didn't approve for no crap bitch to be around my kids, so I hope everyone's in the same place when I arrive.
Oh, we got the last one. Say what's up to baby.
Blueface walks out of jail after being gone for nearly 2 years, and the entire rap world stops to see how things gonna play out. But here's the thing, this wasn't your typical welcome home moment. This was some real life season finale type drama. We're talking baby mamas, beef, betrayal, and receipts all colliding in one viral mess. Picture it, Blueface out here trying to reconnect with his kids, trying to be a father again, and what happens? Tracy and Rock and Jade and Alexis both pull up at the same spot within hours of each other. Yeah, you heard that right. The two women who've been beefing for years over the same man, the same music career, the same spotlight, in the same damn room. Now, Blueface didn't even get a moment to breathe before the fireworks started. Right after his release, homie was spotted at an indoor playground or game lounge trying to bond with his kids. That's where Chrisian popped up, carrying baby CJ, acting like everything's normal. But Jaden, she wasn't about to sit back and let that slide. She jumped on Instagram and made it loud and clear. Just PSA, I didn't approve for no nigga to be around my kids, so I hope everyone's in the same place when I arrive. You already know what that means. She's pulling up, and when Jideen shows up, it's go time. Part 2, Blueface's jail time, the real story. But before we dive into the mayhem that went down when the two baby mamas collided, let's rewind a bit. Why was Blueface even locked up in the first place? According to Whack 100, his longtime manager, Blueface, violated probation from a previous attempted murder case. The one place he wasn't supposed to be? Vegas. And guess where he went? Vegas. Why? Because Christian Rock insisted. Whack straight up warned him, stay out of Vegas, you're playing with fire. But Blueface, being deep in his feelings and deep in love, let his emotions lead him. Treason wanted to go, he followed, period. While in Vegas, they run into some random fans. One girl says, "We love Rock but hate you." Chrisian, being pregnant and emotional, pops off and starts swinging. Blueface, trying to stop it, grabs the fan's phone to delete the footage. The problem, the phone was worth over $800, which legally qualifies as robbery. Boom, robbery charge. That one moment spiraled into a full-blown violation of his probation. He was looking at 4 years behind bars, but thanks to his legal team, he ended up doing around 300 days in county jail. Still, all of this could have been avoided if he just stayed out of Vegas. Who are the players? Let's break down the key players in this story. Jadeen Alexis, the OG baby mama, been with Blueface since before the fame, mother of his two older kids, Javon and Journey. She's known for keeping it low-key and holding things down at home while Blueface ran wild. She's the definition of day one loyalty. Chrisian Rock, the wild card, came into Blueface's life later but flipped the whole thing upside down. She's been homeless, a viral star, a rapper, a fighter, and a headline machine. She gave birth to Blueface's youngest son, CJ, aka Chrisian Jr., aka Crying Jesus. The tension between them, always boiling. But this recent moment, it exploded. The reunion goes left. Now back to the scene. Picture Blueface in the middle of a Chuck E. Cheese type spot. Javon on one side, CJ on the other. Journey running around in the background. He's just trying to be dad of the year for a day. But as soon as Chrisian shows up, the energy in the room shifts. Sources say she pulled up like she owned the place. Smiling, talking to Blueface, trying to act like the last 2 years didn't even happen. She's hugging him, asking if he wants to hold the baby, trying to lock in that picture-perfect moment for the gram. You know how it goes. But Blueface, he's visibly torn. He knows Jadeen's gonna flip when she sees this footage. And right on cue, she does. Within an hour of that clip going viral, Jadeen hops on IG Live, face serious, voice calm but deadly. "I didn't approve of this," she says. "My kids aren't props. And if anyone got something to say it to my face. I'm on the way." Boom. She pulls up, and the moment she walks in, that tension turns to static. The face-off, Jadeen walks into the venue like she owns the lease. She ain't there to fight, she ain't there to yell, but the energy, all pressure. She walks right up to Blueface, gives him a hug, then turns to Chrisian and gives her that look. That look every woman knows, the one that says, "You out of pocket and you know it." Blueface tries to play mediator. He's like, "Let's all be cool, it's about the kids." But the silence between the two women is louder than any words. That's when Mama Blue, Blueface's mom, Carissa, steps in. Now, Carissa has never liked Chrisian. She's been vocal about it, called her unstable, unfit, and all types of names. And now she's standing next to her grandbabies, giving Chrisian side eyes from across the room. It's like a live episode of Zeus Network happening in real time. Internet explodes, reactions pour in. As the footage spreads, the internet goes into full meltdown mode. Twitter threads, TikTok reactions, YouTube commentary videos. Everybody got an opinion. Some are Team Jadeen, others think Chrisian deserves another chance, but the majority, they're calling out the circus. One TikTok user said, "Blueface didn't come home to love, he came home to chaos." Another viral comment read, "Ain't no way both baby mamas showed up like it was a casting call." Fan edits start dropping, dramatic music, zoom-ins, slow-mo face reactions. The internet is feasting on this drama. Part 7. Crizian's damage control mode. So after that explosive reunion and Jaiden's pull-up, Crizian Rock realizes the internet ain't on her side. She sees the backlash, the memes, the receipts being pulled, and she does what a lot of people do when the walls start closing in. She starts posting. Suddenly, Crizian is on Instagram talking about loyalty. She goes live crying, saying she was misunderstood, that everything she did while Blueface was locked up was out of loneliness, not disrespect. She says, y'all don't know what it's like being alone. I had to be strong for CJ, but I never stopped loving Blue. I always held him down in my own way. Problem is, the internet's not buying it. Clips start resurfacing from during Blueface's sentence. Crizian hugged up on another man, kissing dudes in public, talking wild about Blueface on podcasts. She even got a new tattoo during that time of a different dude's name. And yet here she is trying to paint herself as the loyal baby mama. One user on X posted, "Girl, you had 2 boyfriends while dude was behind bars. This ain't The Notebook, this is Zeus Network." Jaiden's silent power move. While Crizian is on damage control, Jaiden Alexis is moving in silence and with strategy. She starts posting subtle flexes, her kids at private school, her skincare line making sales, her and Blueface at family dinners, just the 3 of them. She don't say much, but every post is a reminder. I was here first, I'm still here, and I didn't have to beg to be respected. Then she drops a short clip on her stories. Just her, the kids, and Blueface walking through a Target together. No drama, no captions, just peace. That post hits harder than any diss. Suddenly, fans start switching sides. Team Jaiden becomes the dominant voice online, people saying she's mature, that she's not exploiting the drama, that she's protecting her kids first. Someone tweets, "You can tell Jaiden not doing this for clout, she's doing it for her kids, and that's why she's winning." Blueface's strategy. Say less. Now let's talk about the man in the middle of all this, Blueface. He's just gotten out. The world is watching. Both baby mamas are making moves, and what does he do? He says absolutely nothing. No interviews, no rants, no posts, just one story. Y'all gonna see what I'm on real soon. That's it. And that silence, that makes everything even more intense. Because now the fans are speculating. Is he going back to Crizian? Is he staying with Jaiden? Is he done with both? The mystery fuels the fire. Every little interaction gets analyzed. A like on a tweet, a glance in a video, a seat at the table. And Blueface, he knows exactly what he's doing. Part 10, the rumors spread. As the days pass, more rumors start flying. Some say Blueface is trying to get full custody of CJ, saying Crizian is unfit. Others say he's trying to move Jaiden and the kids into a new house. There's talk of Crizian being blocked from future family events, talk of restraining orders, talk of new women. The blogs are eating it up. Hollywood Unlocked, The Shade Room, No Jumper. They all start posting about the new Blueface era. And every time Crizian tries to clap back, the comments are brutal. You had your chance. Should have stayed loyal. Jaiden won this one. The fallback plan. Crizian, realizing her public image is taking major hits, decides to go spiritual. She starts posting about God, about healing, about therapy. She starts quoting the Bible in her captions. She even does a sit-down podcast and cries on camera saying, "I just want to be a good mom. I just want peace. I miss my family." It's a rebrand attempt, plain and simple. And while some fans show sympathy, most see it for what it is, a Hail Mary. Because this ain't just about image. This is about access. Access to Blueface, to his money, to his attention. And she's losing it. Where this goes next. So now we sit at a crossroads. 3 main players. One massive public mess. And a fan base watching it all like it's a Netflix series. Blueface is the prize, Jaiden is the frontrunner, Crizian is the comeback story waiting to happen. But here's what nobody's saying. The real victims, the kids. Javon, Journey, CJ, they didn't ask for this. They didn't ask to be used as pawns in a war for clout, control, and controversy. And that's the saddest part, because while the adults are busy proving points, the children are left in the background, watching, absorbing, learning. What happens next depends on what Blueface does. Will he finally step up and put the kids first? Will he cut off the drama? Or will he keep playing both sides until it all explodes again? Only time will tell. But one thing's for sure, the story ain't over. Say keep going to expand this saga into the final act, redemption, consequences, and the truth about who's really winning in the end. The final move. Just when you think things are cooling down, Blueface decides it's time to speak. And it's not through a rant, not through an interview. He drops a song, a surprise track called 2 Baby Mommas. The lyrics, brutal, raw, and calculated. He doesn't say names, but everyone knows who he's talking about. He references loyalty, betrayal, and how one kept it solid while the other one folded. He raps, Had me locked up, still had your back, but you switched, now you want to play mom, but you moved on quick. Fans go wild. Within hours, the song's trending. Chrysian goes live crying again, saying, "He's exploiting me. He knew I was vulnerable. He's lying." But at this point, the internet already picked sides, and the numbers don't lie. Streams spike, comments flood in. Jaden held it down. Blueface finally speaking facts. Chrysian done fumbled the biggest bag in her life. Jaden's rise. At the same time, Jaden Alexis gets a verified partnership deal with a major skincare brand. She goes on The Breakfast Club, talks motherhood, talks healing, talks staying out of drama. And when asked about Chrysian, she simply says, "I'm focused on my kids, my peace. Everything else is irrelevant." That response, pure gold. Even Charlemagne nods like, okay, she playing this smart. Blogs repost it, fans salute it, her brand grows. Jaden isn't just Blueface's baby mama anymore. She's her own boss, and the world's starting to see her like that. Chrysian's realization. Meanwhile, Chrysian starts fading from the spotlight. Her posts get fewer, her comments more defensive. She tries to rebuild, but the traction just isn't the same. She uploads a video late one night looking tired. No lashes, no glam, just raw emotion. "I lost myself chasing a man. I ain't gonna lie, I thought I had him forever, but I messed up and I gotta live with that." For once, the comments aren't clowning her. Some fans say, this the most real she's ever been. She finally owning it. That's the first step. Part 16, Blueface's decision. Weeks later, Blueface posts a family photo. Him, Jaden, the kids, all smiles, no captions, no drama, just peace. That image alone breaks the internet. And in a story repost, he writes, "Legacy clout." That says it all. It's not about sides anymore. It's about the future. And in the end, Blueface chose stability. He chose peace. He chose to build with the one who never left. The closing truth. This whole saga, it's a lesson for everyone. A lesson in loyalty, in choices, and how the streets never forget. You can be hot today, but if your actions don't match your words, you'll fall fast. Chrysian had the world in her hands, but loyalty ain't something you fake. It's something you live. And Jaden, she didn't win by fighting. She won by staying true. So what's next for Blueface? More music, more business, more fatherhood. What's next for Chrysian? That's up to her. But one thing's clear. This story will be told for years because it's not just baby mama drama. It's a case study in real life, real consequences, real love, and real loss. So who do you think really won? Drop a comment. Was it Team Jaden or Team Chrysian? Do you think Blueface made the right choice? And most importantly, what would you have done in his shoes? Stay tapped in because this ain't the last chapter. This is just the beginning of a whole new era. Until next time, stay dangerous, stay loyal, and remember, the internet never forgets.